G'day punters and welcome to this week's edition of Spruikers. We're going to talk about some sport. I welcome to the hot seat Brian Meldrum. Brian, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure to be here, Jake.
Now in the AFL this weekend, I think there's a fair bit of value, particularly in three games. The Friday night game, St Kilda hosts Freo. St Kilda $1.85, Freo $2.06. I think Freo are hitting their straps.
And St Kilda are lost there, so I think there's a definite...
It's kind of the lesser of two evils in this event, isn't it? But
yep.
I think $2.06 on Betfair for Fremantle. I reckon it's a pretty good price at the moment. Your mob as well, Richmond.
Yeah, playing all right.
$3.65 against Port Adelaide, who are going terribly. They're $1.36. I know it's in Adelaide, but Matty Richardson's on fire. I mean, I know he probably carried them over the line last weekend, but $3.65 is great value.
It is, and I think really Richardson is on fire, but guys like Brown and Deletio and that, they're really starting to come into their own. They're playing well, and the young guys are playing well. I think, yeah, definitely. I'm going to have something on them. Don't worry.
Take a bit of that.
Them. I'm not. Don't let my heart rule these things.
Not parochial.
I'll be backing them this week.
There you go. The other one is Brisbane host Adelaide. Brisbane $1.49. They were pretty ordinary against the Doggies last week, and that was much publicised in the press. Adelaide played reasonably well without sort of impressing all that much at home against Hawthorn, but they're $2.96. I think that's terrific value as well, 2-1.
No, the Dogs are pretty smart.
I agree,
and I think Brisbane are back home and sort of... No, I can't go with you on that one, my son.
Okay, well, I still think $2.96 is great value about Adelaide. Just in the premiership market, Geelong very solid at $2.78, Hawthorn $4.20, and the Doggies have been backed to the hilt the last couple of weeks, and they're $7.20 and on fire. Yeah. And one of their premier players, Adam Cooney, it's also been mentioned a lot in the press this week that he may have 6 or 7 best on grounds already. He is $5 to win the Brownlow. Gary Ablett, the favourite, at $2.50, who Mike Sheen declared the other night should be $1.50. So,
I'll turn it up, Michael. It's a break, $1.50 for a Brownlow. Yeah, well, let me. If they're offering $1.50 after the end of the count, I'll probably take it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Brian, to one of your favourite sports, golf. In the US this week, the Travellers Championship. You've found a bloke who played very well in the last 3 rounds of the US Open last week at some good value. Chad Campbell, $40. Can you tell us a bit about him?
Yeah, good player. The thing about Chad Campbell is he runs hot and cold. He'll play a couple of good tournaments and then he'll miss the cut 3 in a row. He played, as you say, the last 3 rounds he played 72, 71, 70 in the US Open, which is pretty good golf. If you can take that form to the Travellers Championship at $40, yeah, I think he's worth it.
There you go, punters. Chad Campbell at $40 in the Travellers Championship. Of course, over in Europe as well, we have the Euro 2008 tournament. There's so much sport on at the moment. Netherlands are $4.70 to...
You'll never get any sleep.
No, I know. It's ridiculous. $4.70 the Netherlands. They're on fire. They're beaten Italy 3-1, France 4-1. They've been just flogging everyone. $4.70, they're on fire. But I still like Italy. They've just hit their straps beating France 2-0. $6.80 I think is good value in the final 8 there. And Wimbledon, of course, starts on Monday as well. Even less sleep for us. Federer and Nadal dominate as per usual. You're getting $2.16 about Roger Federer, which is a pretty good price given that he's won about the last 15 Wimbledons. However, Nadal, of course, won at Queen's, and he's $3.70, and he's looming as a massive danger, I think, despite the grass.
He is catching up. There's no doubt that Nadal is catching up to Federer on grass, and he's clearly got his measure on clay. But I think that this might be the time to step in to Nadal. They're the only 2 in it. If anyone else wins it, well,
I think so too. Djokovic is the only one in the market under $40, and he's at $6.40. The rest, write your own ticket.
Probably should be playing soccer.
Yeah, that's right. The women's market is a little more open. Sharapova, $3.75, and then the 2 Williams girls and Ivanovic are around the $5 and $6 mark.
Better betting medium than
absolutely,
women.
Yeah. Sharapova, a previous winner. I think Ivanovic can carry on her French Open form. She's at $6, so I think that's a pretty good price. And Brian, that is all we have time for this week. Thanks so much for joining me again.
Been great.
Best of luck with the peeper.
Thank you very much.
And guys, we'll see you next week.